Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rose Psych Investigator. So, Citrine. So, guys, here I am in the Netherlands, something. I don't know. So, I hope you're well. It's Sunday, March 23rd. It's 10:30 a.m. p.m. Sorry, local time. And so I want to tell you that so today I did the first reading from the Netherlands because it was previously scheduled, and I did not move it, but I'm going to move the ones for tomorrow. And anyway, long story. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't have anything scheduled, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and there's another one. Long story, but just so you know, because it's too late here, it'll be like 2 a.m. or something. So okay, so so let's get started. I'd like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out a greater circle, a greater circle. I step into it, I step into it. I feel protected, I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that it create the good and only the good, and so it is. Okay. So, I'm gonna get it off my chest and also tell you this because I'm going to add something, edit this video and add some recording. So I had a conversation with someone today, and we got to the topic of the U.S. attorney Jessica Aber was found dead, and I got information about it. And so I want to, and so the person I did a reading for, because she allowed me to share, okay, her voice and everything. Because she because we're talking about Biden actually, and somehow it kept coming up, and I got information. I got her too explaining that you'll hear it. It's not, and I don't want to repeat it, right? Because what I liked about it is that it was so fresh, the way that it was recorded, and I wanted to share that. Okay, so I'm gonna add that, and actually, let me 1 second. I'm gonna stop this one here. It's a long story. So I'm using Zoom to record, right? But then, sorry, it's a little crooked here. But then if I stop the video, then it automatically cuts. But it's like I said, I told you guys, I can't use the computer. I use the computer to record, but it's not letting me edit. It's a long story, so I have to export it to the phone. Blah blah blah. Anyway, let's get started. So I'll discuss that. You hear a conversation about this. So I also told you guys that I'm excited tomorrow. I'm going to the tulip gardens, and I'm gonna do I really want to do a reading there somehow because it's so big. So it's really big, and it's not like, I'm sure it's a Monday also. So I don't think it's gonna be as busy as like the weekend, of course. And like I think it's gonna you can rent bikes around there, and to even rent like a little boat. Not me. Oh, hello, it's just me in a boat. It's gonna sink, ho. Imagine. Oh, what? Where's no, but there's somebody in charge over there. Not me, no. Oh, so anyway, so what I am here, I do as little as possible, and I do very small things every day. But I'm excited. I excited. I excited. So because just dear my Rose. No, well, it's okay. It's a long story. Basically, I have a connection to tulips. Mm, you do? What? Okay, but not this time. Not oversharing this time. But it's good. It's good because this man. So mm, No, I can't share details because what if, the way the world's going. I don't know. Someone's like, I hear this one. She knows somebody. And he goes into imagine. He goes to the airport or something. So by the way, a lot of people are sending me information about. I ask you don't like just think positive, okay? I mean, of course, I see this stuff, but it's like, oh, be careful. Like, don't just think that it's going to be okay. That, I have I've said many times, I have a US passport. Okay. I don't think I'm fine. Okay. Just think positive. Okay. Just don't let, guys, it's really important. I know that these things are real and they're happening. But it's very important that you don't let fear contaminate your mind. I'm here, of course. And like, I'm not, I know it sounds harsh for me to say, but I'm not afraid to die. I'm with God. Okay, I fear God, and that's it. If everything like you can't doesn't make sense, and I don't think I barely have anything. I guess I'll delete the with something or YouTube or something like that. But when I get to the before before I leave, but like don't for the people that are close to you that project the positive. Don't let like, oh my God, like you just it doesn't help because I see this stuff. Well, I don't it doesn't affect me, but does it make sense? You really want to exercise a mental diet. When you see something negative, project positive because nobody wins when you kind of snowball into this thing. Okay. So anyway, so I got crystals, I told you. It's very I feel my vibrations very, very high and very grateful. And it's, guys, it's a challenge. And I have to say, I also, um, I guess I can say this, and I haven't tried really very much this, but I've walked around here, of course, and I got information from people who were members of the Dutch resistance because I think I asked, and they said because there was a big Dutch resistance when the Nazis occupied the Netherlands. So a lot of people died. They saved a lot of people, and at the same time, so I got the information that, how do we deal with this time? They said to remember your ideals and what you're fighting for. And that's the main thing is that it's saying you cannot be like, oh my God, the Nazis are coming in. Oh my God, oh my God. You have to get clear on your values. You have to act with the values in mind and only take your values seriously because people sacrificed for so much, right? Because they believed in the values, they believed their country. In the same way, you can't just like, oh my God, oh my God. Just again, it is bad what is happening, etc. But it they're saying just every day when you see, even instead of seeing the news, ask yourself, what do I live for? What are my values? And create a mental, like you have to, of course, spend all the time meditating or closing your eyes, but just ask yourself, God, show me the world according to my values and trust that it will come to pass. I know it's like, oh, living in the, yes, but in a way, the mental health aspect, we're being people in the US are hijacked by information warfare on top of everything. So you have to make an effort. Even though it's ironic that I have this channel, right? In a way, I depend on creating content that is related to that. But you don't want to, doesn't make sense, guys. You have to be really careful with that stuff. Try to like find the beauty of the everyday. That's why I feel like tomorrow's visit to the tulip place is important. So, okay. So, because that's beauty, right? And beauty is independent of whatever political situation is going on. Okay. So let's go. Hey ho, let's go. So that was that part that I want to talk about. And then something else that I wanted to say that I got. So I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I did ask the question, what is because I don't want to scare anybody, right? But I asked, um, what is the likeliest thing to happen that those predictions are going to come true, that Trump and Elon Musk are going down, or that we just have to accept that they are just in power forever and democracy is over? What is the likeliest thing to happen? So what I saw that, the Energizer Bunny, that Trump and Elon Musk as these small Energizer Bunny-like creatures that were constantly bumping against walls, bumping, 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 and that was what they were programmed to do. And in other words, that's of course that's their MO, the agenda and the goal. They do it on purpose. But they bump it against the wall so much that eventually a huge alarm goes on. And this alarm I had seen when I saw that, I saw it as a nuclear alarm. And I even asked when I was talking to this other person about this a conversation, is it nuclear related to nuclear power? It said no. But anyway, going back here, so they're bumping against the walls, and then there's alarm like wow, wow, wow. Crazy alarm is triggered finally because they bump so much that you know how cars like they can the alarm starts buzzing when there's movement and such. So similarly, they get to the point where the alarms are triggered. By the way, guys, it's so weird to me. The thing is curvy. I hope you don't mind, okay? Just because it's the thing resting my body. My body is curvy. Like, right, I'm a human, right? I mean, I don't have a straight, it's not very straight, the line. I don't have a little table thing. It's like a laptop thing, like a laptop holder thing. So it's okay, but I think it works, right? It's just, hello? Hello? What? Okay. All right. So anyway, so the alarm is triggered, okay, and then they're taken once the alarm is triggered, and then I asked more after I had this vision, and so I saw this that they are in fact that very likely that they're going to go down. The other thing I saw from this vision was that if you think of a stage, right, it was very shallow. It was very very close to the edge of the stage, meaning it's very soon, like not farther down in the background, but very much in the foreground. So the timing, that's what I got about timing. Okay. So, so this is that. All right. And then, okay. And then also more, this person I was talking to today asked about Biden. Oh, has Biden put guardrails? Yes, very much so. I don't know again, what is going to trigger those or what's going to happen, but that's what I got. So, okay. So that's that information, right? All right. And then oh, I wanted to address the question that some people have brought up, which is about the martial law. Oh, on the April 20th. Let me pause. So there's more information I forgot to share. So I said that there was an Energizer Bunny in the alarms. So this is I talked to a person a couple days ago, but then just now, a few hours ago, I talked to somebody else and I shared that information. And also um, I asked more details about it, the word nuclear and such. But what I got is this, that they're going to try to, in fact, close down the airspace and take over, kind of like how 9/11 was, right? To create some sort of air disaster, and they will fail because they will be caught. I mean, I think obviously it's on. We see what they're doing, right? But the whole goal is to. It's like, guys, this is like how what treason is. Like they're attacking their own. Their goal is to attack the U.S., right? That's really they're doing this now, but that's what it suggests that it will be the final straw, and the military will move to do something about it. Okay. And I mean, I think the protests are working. We see how mad trash and especially Elon Musk is. But I don't think the protest necessarily will be the thing that will take him down. I think it will be something to that degree. And that's that. Um wow. Okay. So so there's enough. All right. So that's that. I wanted to share that. Now, this because that then it goes back to the question of the martial law, and that's so people have said, oh, it's because it's Hitler's birthday, the day that they want to do this, April 20th. And so I thought no, they didn't. They were going to try, right? And this has to do with the whole airspace thing, but I don't think they will succeed. But that I think that is the goal. Yes. Will they succeed? No. So okay. So wow, you know what I'm getting at? It's kind of interesting. Personal life. Eu vou chamar Rose TMI, Rosie TMI, Rosie over Sharon TMI, Rosie TMI, Rosie over Sharon. Okay, no, really. I was talking to. I'm supposed to maybe visit somebody in Florida in April when I'm back, and then I got this because I was like, I thought about the whole airspace thing, right? And like, oh, am I, this and that? Am I gonna go? It's gonna impact me. And it said wait until April 15th. After April 15th, it will be okay. Something like that. Yeah, we were saying April 15th is that it's a deadline date. So we'll see. We'll see what's happening. We'll see, huh? What's happening? We'll see what's happening. We'll see what's happening. Okay. All right, but that's it, guys. Let me just go. This is a quick one, and tomorrow from the Tulip Gardens. I'm gonna do a video. I'm excited for it. Excited, no? I am. I am, truly. No, really. All right. So, so that's it for just a quick one, okay, for today. And then I'm gonna add the video. I'm sorry, the audio about the death of Jessica Aber. All right. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna stop here and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Talk about it tonight. I'm a little bit scared to be honest, but have you heard about this story about the woman in Virginia? Have you heard about this?
Who was just murdered?
Yes.
I just started to hear about it. I just heard
Yeah, I mean,
about the murder. Yeah,
it's a criminal investigation, right? But
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
because you know what I was thinking, like if this is the question, it's like if they're not, if it's not serious or whatever, or he's being like monitored, how come this woman died, right? So it doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, I think no under no circumstance, considering first when I read that she's a Eastern District of Virginia, I was like, that's like
right.
CIA territory. You know what I mean? That's like
Yeah,
she's on doing some serious stuff. So then, okay, so what happened? How come it happened to her? Right? Because that's what I think
yeah,
could.
yeah,
So what happened here? I see a man leaving the scene. Yeah, I do feel like it could be. Yeah, I see this man. Oh my God, leaving the scene, and he has blonde hair, and wow, wow, wow. Oh my God. God, okay, please. We did the protection. We did, right? We did. Because
yes,
I'm
yes.
like kind of scared. Okay, I do have lots of crystals I'm
You
holding
could
up.
do it again if you need to.
Yeah. So no, because you know what I see? This is so creepy. I see something like and I see that they because I looked into not looked into I read a lot about the whole Russians in the UK and remember how there were the poisonings of people, and
Yes,
there
yeah.
was something where there was like a spray. And I
Mhm.
feel like they've used different intel. Like I think the Mossad used spray on some guy from actually Hamas back 10 years ago or something. And also I think they used a bottle of perfume to spray the guy who ended up dying, I think, or not die. It was a Skripal people like over in the UK. So I see there's something like a spray, and then she's like paralyzed by the spray.
Oh God.
Um, and there this guy with the it's so weird. Like I even see his jacket because I have one. It's like Uniqlo type jacket, like
Hmm.
thin, like thin jackets. I
Hmm.
don't know how the weather is like in the US, but it could still be cool enough where you wear something really thin, like a right something like that. So
Yeah.
wow, and I see her on the floor, but no blood. I don't know if they probably have not released any information about her, right? Like how the body was
Yeah.
found.
I read through to see how she had died, and there was nothing.
Right. Yeah, because I see that there's and I see her eyes
Uh,
like shocked, and she's on the floor, but I don't see any blood.
yeah.
And then I see papers. Wow. Yeah, I see papers, like, in other words, indicating that it has something to do with the cases. So let me ask this: why? I'm sorry, Elizabeth, let's go to it's like, but by the way,
No, I don't want to get in the way of your
wow,
forming this. My
wow.
my only question was really about David anyway, and some money, so it's not that much. So
Yeah, no,
just
no, but basically, but then back to the question. It still is
yeah.
a question. If Biden did something, how come this could happen?
Oh, because
Tell me.
we're at war. Sorry, you answer.
Say it again.
I said because we're at war,
That's right. But why her out of all the people?
because she's a beautiful young woman who is probably involved.
No, but it doesn't make sense. There's a lot of attorneys that are involved in this Russian whatever thing.
No, but this is Russia
I know,
telling us that we're vulnerable.
I
Don't you
know,
think?
I know, but I think there's a lot of different attorneys who are, yeah, I would say
Oh,
the,
why her? I get you. I get you. What was she doing?
yeah,
Gotcha.
she's not the only one.
Gotcha.
There's probably like
Yeah.
at least 100 people doing something like that, probably. So what's the story here? What's going on? Oh, she had papers and she may have shared them. What else? It's interesting. I got this from feeling before about her actually when I was just thinking about it, that she may have had some other relationship with a intelligence agency, either the CIA or like foreign, or like she may have
Hmm.
contributed helped other, I mean, she did the right thing, but afterwards that she shared, okay, she may have shared the information from the cases with others, as like she quit right when she knew Trump was leaving, but I think she could have shared that information so that wow, you know what I get, that she was so concerned about this that she shared with other countries, and maybe the people in the other countries betrayed her. Does it
Right.
make sense? So that's what I got. But I do see the guy being caught. Actually, interesting. So anyway, but wow, okay, all right, okay.
Is he caught by the right people in the right way?
Yeah, wow, I see that. What is this airport? An airport where I do see that he could be. You know what I see? There's some kind of really super secret, like a terror. I mean, even though, but there is something where he's arrested and he's surprised he's caught because of Trump and everything. Oh, how do you know? And wow, he's flown somewhere. Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Interesting. Wow. Kind of crazy, right? So